right? So for dessert, we are going to make a very simple bun. I'm not going to call it Easter bun. We're just going to call it a stout bun. So we're going to look at bun and how important it is to the Jamaican culinary culture. And I want to just walk you through it. So as usual, welcome. Thank you for checking in, staying in, and don't forget to tell me where you're watching from now so I can give you a shout out. And also share the live. Let Chef Walker-Barrett know, well, let somebody know that Chef Walker-Barrett is cooking dinner from her kitchen. So guess what, guys? Let's make some dinner.
Cheryl Jenkins says hi.
Hi, Cheryl.
Queenie says hi. Hi, next year. Hi, next year. Please do not close down over Christmas.
Hi, Queenie. Okay, guys, so we're making a stout bun. So there are two types of buns that we love here in Jamaica. One is called a stout bun, and this is the one I'm making today. It's very simple. It's beginners friendly. All you have to do is to measure the ingredients correctly and you are good to go. So
Patricia Brown, good evening, family.
hey sis, welcome. So for a stout bun, I have some butter that I just added to the pot. And by the way, when you're baking, different baked products require a different method. And so this is what we refer to as the melting method, because we start by melting the fat, and in this case the fat is butter, and then we're going to add all of the spices and the liquid into the pot and just warm it up a bit, and then we will add it to the dry ingredients. So we're melting our butter for our stout bun. Now stout bun is leavened with baking powder and actually the natural yeast from the stout itself. So the stout adds a beautiful flavor, and it also acts as a leavener, because stout, just like any fermented alcohol product, have yeast in it.
Brown, my Sunday appointment.
Hi, Brown. So guys, in this pot, we just melt our butter. I am going to now add some brown sugar. Oh, and by the way, the recipe was uploaded not too long ago to the YouTube channel, and the tutorial on how to make Jamaican stout bun. So you can go over there, check it out. Don't forget to share, guys. We are building a community of foodies. We're encouraging people to make food for their families, so don't keep the channel to yourself now. Share. The channel is called Nextinfood. So I just added the spices to this, and our spices are freshly grated nutmeg, cinnamon, and ground ginger. So all of that gets added in. And what I want to do at this stage, I'm just melting the sugar. I like the vibe that the sugar brings, the melted sugar. So I'm going to turn my stove up to about 400.
Carrie K says hi everyone, happy Sunday.
Hi Carrie K, happy Sunday to you too.
Marjon says hi chef, shouting from Clarendon.
Welcome.
T-Dot, the stout cake yesterday was one of my favorites.
Thank you. Oh guys, by the way, thank everyone for following the food to Street Food Saturdays. That is the other side of my life. Street Food Saturdays is a blessing, it's a lot of work, but you guys keep it relevant, and I want to thank you for following the food as usual. So if you look in here, you can see our sugar melting down slowly. So now I'm going to add what we call simple sugars. So in here I have pancake syrup, I have some molasses, and I also have some honey. So I want to get all of that out.
Marie Colleen Dubedat, hi Miss Diva Chef, watching from Merritt Island, Florida.
Welcome Miss Dubedat, thank you for stopping in.
Tanya Nicola Bailey, hello family, I'm in the kitchen.
Hey Tanya, welcome.
MCB17 says hi Auntie Simone, it's Marissa.
Hi Marissa, thank you guys for stopping in. So You know what, guys? I don't think I even measured that honey. I'm going to run and get the honey, so just focus in the pot until I return. Let me just go and get that honey because this recipe needs the honey. Okay, so honey goes in. Alright, so now that we have our honey, we are going to add some raisins and some mixed peel. Just like this. And basically what you're doing, guys, you're just stirring until you don't feel the sugar grains. We're warming up everything because we're doing the melting method. So basically for this bun, what we're doing, we divide the recipe into two parts. One part is where we put all what we call the wet ingredients. So our wet ingredients are the melted butter, the sugar, the stout, the honey, the molasses, the pancake syrup, and we added the spices in because, as I always say, spices are fat soluble, so you want to add the spices in this part for best result. All right, and then this is ready, so I'm going to turn this off.
Maria Theodore Mills, hi chef.
Hi, Marie. Is Maria or Mario?
Mario.
Okay, so I'm going to add the stout in.
Chef Daly says, good evening, chef.
Hi, Chef Daly.
Mario Mills again. Here at work, showed my team my old culinary instructor.
Thank you, Mario. All right, so we're adding in, we just added our stout, and you see what happened? As soon as we added the stout, everything just foams up. So I'm just gonna stir that until the foam subside a bit. So this is the liquid part of our stout bun. Now bun is very, very, very important to the Jamaican diet. It's our thing. And so we have yeast bun, which is a little bit more technical to make. It's very difficult for me to show you how to do it on the live. Hopefully I get a chance to do a tutorial and put on the channel. But this one, it has the yeast from the stout, but it is much simpler. So the yeast bun is a dough that you make, and this one is more like a batter. So this is egg. I'm just adding in one egg. We want to mix that in. So this part must just be lukewarm, guys. Don't bring it to a boil, just lukewarm, just like you're making baby food. Just barely warm it, because if it is too hot, it's going to cook the egg. And look at that, this is perfect.
Placed by Pookie says hello.
Hello.
Along with Mrs. Everything for him. Impressive 85 says hi, chef and family.
Hi, Impressive 85. Thank you guys for stopping in.
Sue Amber 25 says good evening, chef and rest of family.
Good evening.
Chef Jason Daly says learn the same method from you, miss.
Hey Jason. So guys, this is our dry ingredients. So in here I have approximately 1 pound of baking flour. Baking flour, or 1 part all-purpose and whole wheat flour, is best for this recipe. You want to use a flour that has a high protein content for this recipe. So baking flour or whole wheat flour is recommended. So now that we have our dry ingredients, we are going to add, just make a little well in the center and add our liquid all at once. Just gonna add it in just like this and just give it a stir.
Cherry Moore says hi, watching the show.
Hi Cherry Moore, welcome.
Blind Sunshades Decor says I'm late, what are we making?
We're making stout buns, my dear, stout buns. So Easter is coming up, so we want to get the bun recipe out and ready. Okay, my bowl is a little bit small, so I'm going a little slower than normal, but you want to just mix this in.
Kimberly Campbell, greetings to one of UTEP best lecturer.
Hey Kimberly, how are you? So now I'm just going to switch around and use my whisk to get rid of some of this lump. So you just want to get the whisk in there and just give it a stir around. Okay. Now you want to mix this because you want to start to develop the gluten for this particular bun before you put it into the oven. So it's okay to give it a mix. See that?
Bright Sand Shades Decor says from Stout is in it. I'm ready.
Yes, so this is our stout bun. Some people refer to it as homemade bun. So if you guys want the recipe or if you want to see the full tutorial, go over to our YouTube channel and just check it out. So our bun is ready now to go into the oven. I have my pan.
Shawny C. Brown, beautiful color.
And that color is from the stout and the molasses. So we're just pouring it into our pan. And this make 2 small buns or 1 large one. My bun pan is pretty large. This gives me 12 slices. Just get it all out, just like that. And then this is what I like to do. I like to put a little of the mixed peel on top just to show that it's in it. And please note guys, you can totally make this without the fruits. So if you're a little icky about raisins and mixed peel, you can leave it out. Alright, so no worries. This is ready for our oven. Just gonna put these in the sink and then put our bun in the oven.
Maxine says hi.
Hi Maxine. Okay. So come guys, just turn the camera this way so that they can see. In the oven, and my oven was preheating for about 20 minutes and it's on 180 degrees Celsius, so we're good. So on to our next dish. You just clean up. So our other dish is dinner rolls.
Nikki says, how do I get adopted?
Nikki, it depends on your age. Alright, so
Rosalie Chambers, good evening sis, watching Poughkeepsie, New York.
Hey Rosalie. So guys, this is our potato roll. And in here I have 2 cups of mashed sweet potatoes, 2 cups of flour, 1 egg, 2 teaspoons of yeast, and a tablespoon of butter, a tablespoon of shortening, and a little bit of salt, and what else? And some coconut milk powder. I'll put this recipe up on the channel for you to see. So what is happening here, I mixed it into a dough before I came on camera and I leave it to ferment. Fermentation is a process where the yeast acts on the sugar into the dough and it turns it into carbon dioxide gas, and that causes the dough to rise, okay, or double in size. So now we are doing a little process that we call punching down the dough. So we are expelling some of that carbon dioxide gas that got trapped in there, okay, and then we're going to make up and pan our dough. A yeast dough must feel nice and almost sponge-like. Gwen, could you reach some flour from that flour jar for me, please? Just take out some flour. Okay, so now that our dough has been fermenting, and by the way, fermentation does not stop until you put the product into the oven to bake at 400 degrees Fahrenheit or 375. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to be making some dinner rolls, and the shape that I'm using is called clover leaves. And it's pretty simple. So we're going to make little balls and put them in a muffin pan.
Tanyata Malcolm, good evening. Yummy.
Hey Tanyata, thank you for stopping in. So I'm cutting these into little pieces, like about half of an ounce. So that's going to be one roll, that's going to be 2, 3, 4, 5, and we only need 6. Just going to put the rest of my dough into my fridge. So I'm put that in the fridge. So here goes. Put a little flour and grab a piece of dough ball, and basically you're just shaping it into a dumpling. However you make dumpling, you want to just make sure that the smooth side is up like this, and then just give it a little round. So one goes in.
Official top person says hi everyone, we meet again.
Hi.
Kylie says hi.
Hi Kylie. So I'm just gonna shape all of them in a circle like this, and then we put them into our muffin pan. This one is a little sticky because of the sweet potato, but it's going to be totally delicious. So yeast bread usually has 12 steps. All right, so let's just talk about the steps that we gone through already and the steps to come. So the first step when you're making a yeast dough is to scale the ingredients. Scaling is just weighing and measure, okay? Then the second step is mixing the ingredients, all right? That's when we mix it into a dough. And then our third step is fermentation, okay? And then fermentation is where the yeast acts on the sugar into the dough, and it turns it into carbon dioxide gas and alcohol, causes it to double in size. So we are at, so the fourth step is punching down the dough, and that is to get rid of some of the carbon dioxide gas. And then the fifth step is to scale the dough again, so, or portion the dough. So I portion out the size that I want. And then we go down to another step back from that, and we are what we're calling makeup and panning the dough. So after we scale it to our desired shape, we're making it, so we scale it to the desired amount, and we are making it up in the desired shape. These are just round balls, and then we're going to pan it. So we're all the way down to, how much step is that? That's all like about 7 steps, right? Or more. So after we pan it, we're going to leave it to do another little step that is called proofing. A lot of times people mix up proofing with fermentation. It's similar, but it is different, all right? So proofing is you testing that the yeast is still working. Proofing allows your shape dough product to continue on with fermentation. So in the proofing stage, you can tell if the yeast is working or it die on you. The yeast is a living microorganism, so it can die if you do not handle it with care. So let's look at some of the things that kill the yeast. For example, salt can kill the yeast. The yeast doesn't like too much salt. I remember back in baking school, my teacher usually tell me, do not let the salt come in contact with the yeast or else it's going to die. But it's not, it's a little less technical than that. The yeast does not like high temperatures. So if you put like hot water in it, like boiling water on the yeast, that can kill the yeast as well. So those are the 2 things that can kill your yeast.
Chef Jernard says chefa. Janice says you take chef.
Hey Janice and Jernard, thank you guys for stopping in. So I'm just doing these this way because my dough is a little bit sticky. This is a potato roll, and I'm making them up in a clover leaf pattern, just like this. So we put 3 little dough balls in our muffin pans, and this is what it looks like. Give them a close-up, guys. Can you guys see? So we're gonna leave this to proof, and it's going to double in size and fill up the muffin pan. Then we're going to egg wash it and put it into our oven to bake with some sesame seed. So let me clean up in the meantime while that is happening, because I have a lot of time tonight. I'm just making some pasta, so might as well I make up this one. So I'm going to put this in a bread pan. Ashelia, go and get a bread pan, please. So we're gonna make a loaf of bread with the leftover dough. And to make a loaf of bread is quite simple. So this is what we're gonna do. Just gonna use my hand to just flatten it. Just like this. And then we're going to roll it 3/4 of the way and then flip it over again. And that's all there is. Just stretching it to the length of what I think my pan is going to be. I'm going to cut a few slits into it just to make it look chefy. Just like that. And then we're going to put this in our loaf pan and let it proof. Isn't that pretty? Alright, so while I wait on my pan to arrive, I am going to just clean up some of this flour. Pan is here. Alright, so our pan is here. So I'm put some flour in our pan. Put some flour on our bread. And that's all there is to that. So guys, again, tell me where you are watching from.
Best and highly favored Sue says hi.
Hi, Sue. So this is what I'm going to do now. I am going to cover, let's just put that over here. I'm just going to cover these with some plastic just to make sure that it doesn't dry out during the proofing. And I'm going to put it off to the side. Get back to it later.
Kylie's watching from Vineyard Town.
Hi, Kyle. So that's good.
Carrie is watching from New York.
Hi, Carrie. And let's get some of this flour off this table.
Marjan says, love watching you, chef.
Thank you for watching.
Impressive85 is watching from Virginia, DMV.
Hi, Impressive85.
Black Queen Rochelle is watching from St. Catherine.
Hi, Rochelle. Thank you guys for stopping in.
Owen Sylvester watching Spain.
Hi, Chef Sylvester watching from Spain. Okay, so now it's time to make.
Kimberly Campbell watching from St. Elizabeth.
Hi, Kimberly. Welcome. So now we are going to make our surf and turf pasta dinner. So for our surf and turf, our surf tonight, by the way, is sausage. Okay, so surf, or what did I say?
Turf is sausage.
Our turf is sausage. So turf are animals that live on land, and surf or stuff from the sea. Okay, so for our turf, I'm using some chorizo sausage, and we're going to render this down. And then for our surf, we're going to use some lobster meat. And then we're just going to make a beautiful, simple pasta dish. So here goes. This is what our chorizo. So this is our chorizo. This is a lobster meat.
Charles Clark, safe travel, taxi, Kingston.
Hi Charles Clark, thank you for stopping in. And I have a little bit of paprika. Paprika and chorizo goes very nice together. So here goes. In our pot, we're adding some of my flavored oil.
Call it Alan Walker. Walker from is watching from Grass Ridge.
Hey Walker family from Grass Ridge. Ray. Thank you guys for stopping in.
Hey, Kediro checking in.
Hey Belle. So, just want to let this warm up a bit.
Shireen Sophia Smith watching from Montego Bay. You're a natural true teacher.
Hi Shireen, thank you for stopping in. Now guys, remember to tag your friends, share the live, let them know that Chef Walker-Barrett is on and I'm making dinner. I'm going to bring me a slotted spoon, please, from the bucket. So in goes our chorizo. And you hear that sizzle, that's what you want to hear. So when we're cooking, I like to cook with my 5 senses working. So when the pot is hot, you know when you add the product to it, you hear that nice sizzle. Chorizo has quite a bit of fat in it, so there's no need to add a lot of fat. And we're just going to allow the chorizo to brown. So if you guys have any questions, now is a good time to ask any food-related questions. So of course, chorizo is a type of sausage. This is a Spanish sausage. Traditionally, the Mexicans and the persons in Spain, they make chorizo sausage with pork and pork fat and lots of good smoked paprika. So if you go to Mexico or even Spain, the chorizo has a brighter red color, a color similar to the paprika. This is our locally made chorizo, and you know, of course, we don't live in Spain, we live in Jamaica. This is a good enough chorizo. This is by Copperwood. So I picked this up at the pork store. It has a beautiful flavor and a lovely taste, and it adds a depth of flavor to tomato sauces. You can eat it by itself. You can just put it on the grill or in your saute pan and eat it. But tonight we are using it as a flavor builder. We're using it as our turf component in our pasta dish.
Foxy Jamrose, happy Sunday, Chef Simone. Been watching you from Ocho Yes and enjoyed every minute of your tutorials.
Thank you so much for stopping in. Guys, I know I said that this dish don't need a lot of oil, but this chorizo look a little bit lean. It need a little bit more fat. Jacoby, go and pour some oil from the storeroom for me, please.
Call it Alan Walker, always stopping by.
Hey, Colette.
Patricia Brown, watching from New York.
Here's a container, Jacoby. Pour some oil in it. Hi, sis. So a sausage is a cured pork product. This sausage is seasoned. It has spices like paprika and other good stuff. It has salt. It has a little bit of sugar. So I'm just telling you the typical flavors. I'm not privy to Taco's recipe, but you know, all chorizo has a little bit of paprika in it. And it's made from pork. So,
Mr. French, I'm happy to be on the live today. I'm enjoying it watching from Greater Portmore.
hey Miss French, welcome back to the live. We miss you.
Empressive 85. Yes, she's a true natural teacher, the best on Instagram.
Thank you guys so much. Oh, that is so sweet. So while we wait on our chorizo to sear up, and by the way, searing is basically setting the color. You know when you put something in the pot with a small amount of oil and it gets brown on one side? That is a technique or a term that we use in the kitchen. We say you sear the meat, and what happens is that it's a Maillard reaction where the protein caramelizes and just get nice and brown, and that equals flavor. So we are going to be having, as I told you guys last week, we're having a giveaway. So this year is our official 6th year of Street Food Saturdays, and we are going to be treating 6 lucky winners that will be chosen randomly to come and have our street food river dining experience with one of their favorite person. And so all you have to do to enter is to go over to our YouTube channel and comment, by the way, and subscribe. First of all, you must be a subscriber. You must be following us on Instagram and at Nextinfood, and so to be qualified as one of the participants for a chance to win your Street Food Saturdays experience for 2. We ask you to go over our YouTube channel, Nextinfood, and subscribe if you have not yet subscribed, and comment under any one of the tutorials using the hashtag follow the food, Jamaican gastronomy, Nextinfood, and I think the other one is bold flavors. I am doing this from memories, but definitely you must use the hashtag JA gastronomy, Nextinfood, Street Food Saturdays. Okay, so we're gonna be reposting it, and the winners will be chosen randomly, and the first winner will be chosen for our anniversary, which is March 27, and then after that and after that and after that, so every month after that, 5 more months after that, we will choose a random winner, and to come and have the Street Food Saturdays experience, guys.
Jacqueline Williams, New York City in the house.
Hey Jacqueline, thank you for stopping in.
Tammy Cakes and More says hello.
Hi Tammy Cakes and More, hello, thank you for stopping in.
Bianca BB say hi, it's my first time joining from Clarendon.
Hi Bianca, welcome to the Nextinfood family. Welcome to my kitchen. Feel free to tell your friends, let them join in too. So this process of searing the chorizo is not a process that you want to rush. We want to get all of them looking nice and brown on both sides. Okay, so you see cooking, guys, cooking is an act of love, right? Food makes us happy, right? But sometimes you don't want to cook. So this is to show you how simple cooking can be, and I'm encouraging you to cook for your family, you know, make some memories over food for your family. So I hope that you're learning some stuff from these lives. And so this chorizo, it was less than $400 for the pack, and this is only 2. So this is a real bang for your buck. And of course, lobster is in season, and you can buy a pound of whole lobster for $600. So that would be like 2 or 1 lobster. So that's what's gonna go into this as our serve. Or you can use whatever serves you have. You could use shrimp, you could use a nice sturdy hearty fish like a kingfish in here as your serve.
Chef Andre Davis, menu sounds festive tonight.
Hey Andre, thank you for stopping in. And so my family and I, we eat based on what is available, and most time what I want to eat. So we have sausage. So I thought it would have been nice to just You know, throw it into some pasta. I'm gonna go, remind me guys that we have the bun in the oven. Our bun is in the oven. So again, remember now to share the live. Oh, our bun is looking nice. Let me just give you a little close-up on our clover rolls. You see how they're getting bigger? So this stage is called proofing. So proofing is a continuation of fermentation. So we're gonna give it about 15 more minutes or so. And then proofing depends on how warm your kitchen is. It can go very fast or it can go very slow. But too slow is not good.
Official Subcrescent is watching from Canada.
Hello, Canada. What's her name? What's the person's name?
Official Subcrescent.
Welcome. So guys, our chorizo is ready. So I'm going to pull it out, put it into my plate. Just like that. I'm being very gentle with this metal spoon in my pot because I don't want to scratch up my pot too much. Alright, so last two pieces out. Have a look at the chorizo. So now we are going to put our lobster in, and I'm going to turn the stove up for this. I'm going to turn my stove up for lobster because we want it to be seared.
Coming from Top Class Entertainment, best of Jamaican #1 chef.
Thank you so much, Top Class Entertainment. So we're putting our lobster in and just gonna give it one nice even layer. Leave it alone so that it can just start to sear up. Right. I'm going to chop some tomatoes for this dish. I soon come back, guys. Don't go anywhere now. Once more, guys, tomatoes are in season. You know what that means? Cheater, that's serrated knife, please. Once tomatoes are in season, this time is okay. I'll get it. So I'm adding some tomatoes to this. Just gonna cut it in no particular order. Take out some of the seeds, like that. I like to use a serrated knife to cut tomatoes. It cuts it so much better. So the tomato is going to bring a little bit of acidity to the dish. And of course, tomatoes and chorizo goes well together. So why not add some tomatoes? Guys, I wish you could smell this lobster. So all seafood cooks pretty easy and overcook very easily. So you want to give an eye on it. These were frozen, so they're a little bit waterlogged, but they're coming on nicely. We're just cutting up some tomatoes before we go back to this one bud. Uh-oh. one looks a little bit weird. Just take that part out. So guys, Valentine's Day is coming up. Yeah, and so you have asked for it, and we are going to be delivering our Valentine's Day river picnic. We only have about 30 more spots for river dining, and we're only having the river dining experience. That's why it is called a Valentine's Day river picnic. So if you want to dine with us on Valentine's Day, we ask you to go over and make your reservation. So when the live is finished, you are going to send me a WhatsApp, and I'll send you the reservation link, or you can go over to our sister page, Nextinfood, and find the link for the Valentine's Day river picnic in our bio. All right, guys? So if you want to have the Valentine's Day, by the way, is on a Sunday, and so we're going to be starting at 12 and we go until 5 o'clock. And please note that all COVID protocols will be observed. We ask our guests to wear a mask to enter and keep it on until they're seated in their group and eating. We also ask you to wear comfortable river shoes for river dining. That is very important, guys. Do not wear slippers to the river. You are going to be dining either in the water or on the river bank. Okay? And so to get to the river bank, you have to cross the water. So we say you can wear sneakers if you don't mind getting it wet, but we don't encourage you to wear barefoot because some of the stones can be sharp, and sometimes, you know, bottles wash down in the river, even though we try and clean it. But just to be safe, do not wear barefoot or slippers for river dining. You want to wear what we call slip-proof water shoes. Okay, so if you want to step in the water in your Nike sneakers, your Canva, your whatever, that's fine, but no barefoot, okay? Because I don't want you to get hurt. So for our Valentine's Day river picnic, the reservations are open now, so you can go over to our sister page, Nextinfood, and click the link in our bio and make your reservation. Submit that reservation form, pay your surcharge, and you'll get your confirmation. All right? So our lobster is coming on nicely. Nicely. Want to get a nice flavor on it. So now we're going to add paprika to our lobster. Lots of paprika. All right, give it some nice bright color. Checking on our bun. And once that paprika is added, guys, it smells totally heavenly. All right. Just before we pull the lobster out, I'm going to put just a little bit of wine just to take the edge off a bit. Alright, lobster check. This lobster is going to be poured out onto our plate. Alright, so pot goes back on, and I'm adding another tablespoon of oil, and then we're going to start building our pasta sauce. This pasta sauce does not have a lot of cream and stuff in it. Very simple. It's going to have a pesto. This is our pesto, guys, and this pesto I made this before on the live. This is made with callaloo. I'm very passionate about Jamaican seasonal ingredients, and so I like to infuse it with everything that I make. And so callaloo is very cheap. So what I did was to take the leaves of the callaloo, I blanched them. And by the way, blanching is a technique where you put vegetables in boiling water just for a short time, or for about 2 minutes, like callaloo, no more than 2 minutes. And then you take it out and shock it down. To shock means to cool it down quickly in ice water. And so this was blanched and shocked, and then it was pureed with garlic and scallion and green bell pepper, parsley, everything that is green and fresh is in here. So this is our pesto for our sauce. So, but before I continue on with our sauce, let me just put this to go and hang out in here. I'm gonna go back to our bread. So now when you're cooking, you have to remember, so your clover rolls, they're almost there. So now is a great time to, where's my sesame seed? Now is a great time to egg wash them. So this is our egg wash right here. An egg wash is a mixture of water and egg beaten together. So you need a little pastry brush, and you're going to just gently put the wash over the eggs. The egg wash gives the baked rolls a nice sheen, and it's also going to allow my sesame seed to stick to them. So be very gentle at this stage. You don't want to deflate it, so you don't want to be too rough. All right, just egg wash them nicely, and then we take our sesame seeds. I have a combination of black and white sesame seeds. Sesame seed gives it a nice textural element. Did I not brush this one? All right. Now, sesame seed is optional. If you don't have it, that's fine. But these things are not expensive, and they're not difficult to find. General Food Supermarket is my spot to find all of these things. So if you're looking for sesame seed, you can find it there. So we're gonna give this just a few more minutes, and then we're gonna put it in the oven. So the process of making bread can be a little bit long, but it bakes very quickly. So once you understand the process, it becomes easy, and fresh bread tastes so much better than store-bought bread, guys. It's not difficult. All you need is a few ingredients for your fresh bread. You need a good flour. We refer to it as baking flour. You need some yeast, which is the leavener, and yeast can be found in the baking section of the supermarket. You need some enrichers, some things that's going to make it taste good, like milk. Egg is totally optional in baking. You need a little sugar to sweeten it up, and then you can add any other flavor you desire to your bread. So this is going to go back over here and just be happy.
Marvel Graham says hello.
Hello. Who's that?
Marvel.
Hi, Marvel. Alright, so let's look at all of our other ingredients for our pasta. So I'm using spiral pasta. I'm sure you all know this pasta. So I cooked it ahead of time. In here I have my tomato just to add some acid. And this is what I'm going to do. I'm adding some coconut milk directly to the pot. Alright, because I want whatever flavor that is in this coconut milk. You don't even need to mix it in water, because this is all fake stuff. It just is essence of coconut, so it works in here. And look at that. So all we did was to add the coconut powder, and the juices from the tomatoes just went to work. Okay, I need a little bit of salt, just a little bit of salt. Season up everything. And in goes our pasta.
First Lady Jules says, hey Diva.
Hey Jules, what's up, Mama?
Christina Henry, I love this menu.
Hey Christina, I'm just adding in just this amount of water, and that was pasta water that was saved from the cooking of the pasta. That's a thing that I do. I like saving a little of the pasta water because that's where the starch is, and it helps to just keep everything together. So right now we're just combining the coconut flavor with our pasta and that salt and tomato. This is not a saucy dish. Now I'm adding in some cheese. Don't ask me what cheese is this. I just find it into my freezer. Kind of feel like pepper jack or mozzarella. I don't know what it is. So I'm adding it in. All I know that all cheeses are made from milk, and so it can't be too bad. Alright. So because we have so much time in between, I'm going very, very slow so you guys can see. Alright, so we want to warm this part up. So I'm going to cover it so that the cheese can melt, and then we will add back our chorizo, our lobster, and our pesto, and then this dish will be ready. So here goes. Alright, so I'm going to give you a peek on what the lobster looks like in a minute. Not the lobster, I'm sorry. Give you a peek of the bun. Talking foolishness. So are you ready to see the bun? I'll take it to you guys. Don't move. Are you ready? Look at that. So this is what our bun looks like. It's not quite ready. Just showing you. I'm going to put it back. Look at that. And I'm also going to put our rolls in our oven. Alright. This is what our bread is proofing. It's not quite ready. This is what it looks like. So this one is going to bake after the live. So let's look back on our pasta. Cheese is melting.
Chef Jason Daly and Owen Sylvester both send heart eye emojis.
Alright, so we need to be patient. I want my cheese to melt. So we're going to cover it back. So guys, talk to me. Tell me where you're watching from. I really appreciate you guys stopping in and staying in on a Sunday.
Roxy.
Tanya Bailey, yummy.
Hey Tanya.
Roxy asks what's cooking.
Roxy, we're making surf and turf pasta. We're making surf and turf pasta, my dear. And our turf is sausage and our surf is lobster. We're also making a dinner roll, a sweet potato dinner roll to go with our pasta. And our dessert is a stout bun. So the dinner roll and the bun is already in the oven. And now we're going to be adding all the other good stuff. So come again, guys.
And Jean Spence watching from New York. It looks great.
So our lobster goes right back in the party.
Pamela is watching from New York.
Our chorizo goes in as well. Who's that? Pamela? Yes. And our pesto. You just grab a spoon. So a pesto is a sauce, and pesto really means to pound. All right. So traditionally, a pesto is made in a mortar. You pound the ingredients using a mortar and pestle. These days you can make it in your food processor like I did off camera. If you see the cheese is melting, and the pesto is the primary flavor, sauce flavor that is. I'm just gonna add a little bit more pasta water just to make sure that this pasta remains moist.
Oh, in Sylvester, chef don't use sausage in my pasta.
Christina Henry watching from Kissington, St. Catherine.
Hi Christina. We're adding a little bit more pesto. And this pesto is made with green bell pepper, parsley, scallion, and of course the star is callaloo. Alright, so that's a nice little way that you can use up callaloo.
Chef Jason Daly is watching from Portmore.
Hey Jason.
Newborn Jamaican is watching from Spanish Town. Rawborn, sorry.
Welcome.
Pretty. Hi chef, I'm late, checking in from Brooklyn, New York.
Hi Pretty. Welcome. So we're finishing up our pasta dinner. This is our surf and turf pasta, and guys, you can use any pasta of your choice. I strongly suggest one that will hold the sauce. Pesto goes well with spiral or ribbon type pasta like a fettuccine or linguine. I wouldn't recommend a penne for this. A penne pasta needs a nice rich meaty sauce to go into the tubes. I recommend like a spaghetti, a linguine, a fettuccine, a spiral. That's my recommendation. However, you can use whatever you have in your cupboard. This is ready. I'm just going to cover it. I'm keeping it warm while we wait around for our bread and bun to come out the oven. So now it is question and answer time.
Nishika Brown Norris, looking so yummy.
Thank you.
Parker says looking great.
Thank you, Parker.
Nadmar. Hi chef Nadia. Nadia here watching from snowy New Jersey.
Who is that?
Nadia.
Hi, Nadia.
Pamela, can't wait to come back to JA to get some food, some more of that good food.
Who is that?
Pamela.
Hey, Pamela. So guys, I'm just killing the time. For those of you on Facebook, come on guys, tell me where you're watching from. And so, we ask you to share.
Cheryl Jenkins, when you're making the pesto, do you add salt?
No, Cheryl, I didn't add any salt to this one, but you can add salt. Once you add salt to it, it just makes it taste better and it keeps for a little bit longer. I didn't add any salt to this one because I added Parmesan cheese that I feel is a little salty. So we're cleaning up while we wait on our bread. Oh, I forget to add the pepper. So let's just add some cracked pepper. Adding a little bit of pepper.
Impressive 85. Where did you go to school, chef? Because you're so knowledgeable.
Oh, I went to the Culinary Institute of America. I went to Hart. I went to Hart first, and then I went to the Culinary Institute of America. I went to first, and then I went to the Culinary Institute of America. I went to Hocking College in Ohio. I went to Fanshawe College in Canada. I went to Cordon Bleu in Miami, and it goes on and on. I love to learn because I love to teach, and of course I read lots and lots of books, and I practice lots and lots, and of course I teach. So to teach is to learn twice. So I thank you guys so much for coming on here every Sunday and just watching me make food for my family. Somebody asked WhatsApp me the other day and said, oh, is this an act? No, this is an act of love. This is how I honestly make food all the time for my family. We believe that we eat good while we're alive, and my family is blessed to have a chef, so cooking is not that difficult. So why eat boring? Alright, so instead of just eating rice and peas and chicken every Sunday, the same rice and peas and chicken money can buy pasta and callaloo and sausage and lobster when it is in season. So guys, I thank you so much for stopping in every single Sunday.
Nishika Brown Norris watching from Texas.
Hey Nishika.
Chef Jason Daly says, great teacher, the best.
Oh, thank you, Jason. Jason always says the nicest things. Jason, how sweet to see.
Macpherson's Catering says, good evening, I'm late.
You're late, but you're welcome.
K Spoiled Girl says, hey, I'm watching from Kingston.
Hey, Kay.
Macpherson Catering, what's on the menu?
Alright, so Macpherson's Catering, we are making tonight our surf and turf pasta, which we have in this pot. We're just keeping it warm. We're going to be serving it shortly. In the oven, we make our stout bun for dessert. And of course, you can't have pasta in my book without having some kind of bread. So we make some potato rolls to go with the pasta. So that's what dinner is tonight.
Chef Andre Davis asking, pesto usually contains nuts, chef?
Yes, traditionally pesto has pine nuts, alright, but you can leave the nuts out. I replace the nuts in this pesto with toasted breadcrumb because I don't like pine nuts. I don't think it have any great flavor. So yes.
First Lady Jules, Deshaun and Jaquan says hi.
Hey, Jaquan and
Deshaun.
Deshaun. Oh, Deshaun, Auntie, almost forget your name. So now guys, for those who are watching and you have not yet subscribed to our YouTube channel, Nextinfood, we ask you to do so. This is what it looks like. So go over YouTube and type in Nextinfood and hit that little subscription button. Don't forget to share and leave a comment. I love to hear from you. Alright?
Patricia Brown, enjoy my family. Food looks delicious.
Thank you, my sis.
Impressive 85, thank you so much for inviting us into your kitchen. I learned so much every week.
Thank you guys for coming in and staying in. So we are going to share this lovely surf and turf pasta. And so in this house we always eat family style, and that's how I ate as a child. I find that we're losing that part of our culture where everybody's eating something else, but they live under one roof. So we want to bring back the love and the conversation around the dining table. We want to encourage home. Well, I am encouraging home cook family meals. Okay, guys.
Paula Ruddock. Hi, Simone.
Hi, Paula. So just cleaning up so that we can present.
Tanya Bailey. I so love your food, sis. Enjoy your meal and thanks for the free cooking lessons.
Hey, T. Thanks for stopping in. So 1 dish down and 2 more to go. Yes, guys, as I was saying, I'm encouraging, people dining, eating together as a family. Sometimes I speak to my students and they will say, oh, chef, I eat in my room. You can't eat in your room in my house. You eat around the table or around the kitchen island.
I'll ask her to wipe up the camera.
Oh, you need this to wipe out the camera. Go in, could you reach some paper towel for her? So just cook something simple. Cooking don't have to be difficult. We all like to eat. We all must eat. So we encourage you to eat as a family. At least once a week, take some time to just sit together and talk about what happened in your week. The dining table is where we have great conversation and make great memories over delicious food. So my encouragement to you is to go back to that and just make some food and have it with your family. Sit together as a family. I'm going to go back to our bun because it's over 50 minutes. We have it in the oven. So I'm going to go.
Chef Andre Davis asking, only the pesto sauce was used in the pasta?
Yes, Andre. So as it relates to sauce, the pesto is the sauce for this pasta. It also have a little bit of coconut milk in there, but the pesto is the primary sauce, and we finish it with some cheese.
Impressive 85. Do you have any cookbooks or plan on releasing one, chef?
Soon. Keep watching. Okay, 5 more minutes on our rolls. So for the bun that we baked tonight, the tutorial is on our YouTube channel. If you'd like to make this recipe for your family, go over to our YouTube channel, Nextinfood, watch the tutorial and make this bun. It's very, very, very simple to make. It is spoil proof if you follow the recipe. And when you do make this recipe, tag us, share it with us. Of course, enjoy it with your family and friend. And you see, with this bun, guys, it just keeps tasting better. As the day goes by, it tastes better. So when it comes out of the oven, you brush it with a glaze. The glaze is made with sugar, water, and pancake syrup. And then I like to wrap it while it is still hot. I find that little process just allows the bun to take on a whole new vibe. And you want to keep any baked product covered, because once you leave it out, it's going to dry out and so on. This bun, like all buns, have a high sugar content, and so it has a long shelf life. All right, but in my household, once it get cut, 2 days tops. Okay, with or without cheese, they just love it. All right.
Impressive 80. No, sorry. Lisa, I'm late, but good evening, chef.
Hey, Lisa.
Impressive 85. Watching and waiting to order, chef.
Lisa is saying she don't want to make no bun, She wants
That
to
was
buy
impressive 85.
impressive 85. All right, guys. So again, our Valentine's Day River Picnic is going to be on Valentine's Day, February 14, and February is a Sunday. And so we are having a picnic in the river. So if you'd like to eat with us, just go over to our page, Nextinfood, and click the link in the bio to submit your reservation. The menu, is it up so that they can see? The menu is up so you can see what the menu is. It's a very simple menu. It's all about just getting out and having that river dining experience. So we have 2 platters, one with seafood and one with meat, and then for our side dishes we're serving a little bit of salad, some plantain, some basmati rice, and then for our vegan food lovers we'll be making a Jamaican take on the tabbouleh salad. Now remember, one of my food trend prediction for 2021 was bulgur, and tabbouleh is made from bulgur, and bulgur is going to it's going to be very trendy in 2021. It has always been trendy in my house anyhow, and so that's what we're going to use to make our vegan bowl. Bulgur is very inexpensive, it's not difficult to cook, and it takes flavor on very, very well. So
Lisa, gonna make it next week, can't wait.
sure, Lisa. So here goes now, guys. I'm gonna look at our dinner roll, take it out the oven. So this is what our dinner roll looks like, and this is our bun. Let's just make sure that this bun is ready, and it is. It has just a few little uncooked pieces, but that's fine. Carry over cooking will sort that out. For the most part, it's coming out clean. All right, so we're good. So let me show you what we want to do now. Turn this oven off, and because the bun, the roll is still hot, I'm just using some butter and let the heat from the clover buns just melt onto our dinner rolls. How beautiful is that? See? Doesn't need to be that difficult to make bread. All right, and so the clover leaf is really the shape. And then now we're going to glaze our bun. Let me just go and get the glaze. Uh-oh, my glaze. Showing out.
Placed by Pookie, those look so good.
Thank you.
Fabulous Stray, Carib, and Angel. I'll send hearts eye emoji.
Rita French, good food, great lesson, great advice. Best up your dinner, chef.
Thank you so much. So we're just gonna move over a little bit so you guys can see. Okay, so for a bun, you must glaze it. I like to glaze it. This glaze, as I said before, you'll see how it is made when you go over to the YouTube channel to watch the tutorial. It's made with sugar and pancake syrup. To glaze it gives it a nice sheen. All right, and these are simple ingredients that you can find every day. It's not hard to find a dragon or Guinness. It's not hard to find baking powder or flour, and some raisins and mixed peel, and it's definitely not hard to find butter or margarine. Okay. Oh, the crack. My husband is asking about the crack. Don't mind the crack. The crack is not a bad thing. The crack is the signature look of any quick bread. And so this bun is in the quick bread category. So if you bake a pound cake, if you make a muffin, if you make a pumpkin cake, all of those banana cakes, they should have the signature crack on it. I remember when I was doing my first ACF baking certification, and we were baking quick bread. I think the bread, we were using this method to make, I think it was pound cake. And one of the things that the examiners look for is the crack in it. You know, it's the signature. It needs to, based on the method, it needs to have that signature crack. And the crack is just on the surface. It doesn't go all the way through the product.
Angel, definitely going to try this. Fabulous tray, looks yummy. Treats and Pastries by Shen says looking really good. Tina Campbell says definitely going to try this.
Thank you guys. I really hope you do. This bun is easy to make. I'll do the tutorial for this as soon as I have some time and put it up to show you how simple it is to make a dinner roll once you understand the 12 steps of baking bread. Once you follow them, you'll be just fine. I want to take this time out again.
Now Cunningham, yummy.
Hey chef.
Kimberly Campbell, that bun looks so delicious.
Thank you, Kimberly. So my bristles from my brush is stringing out. Anyhow, so guys, I'll show you how it cut, or when you watch the tutorial you'll see it. Now usually when you make a bun, you don't want to cut it the same time. You want to wrap it while it is warm, and you want to give it a day or two and then cut it. I find that the texture and the flavor come together so much better. But as usual in my house, nobody wants to wait till that long. You know, they get up in the night and they help themselves to it. So guys, thank you for stopping in.
Dion Banton Green, I remember making this bun at Heart Boulevard with you.
Hey Dion, and it's the same recipe, Dion. Same recipe.
Miss Sunshine says hello. Kylie, nice bun, looks so good. Impressive 85. Chef, when I come to Jamaica, I am coming to Sunday dinner. Just joking. Enjoy, family.
I forget about this bread, guys. I need to put it in the oven. Let me just put it in the oven. So we're gonna glaze it with what is left of the egg white, the egg wash, that is. There is something in bread making that is called overproofing. When you overproof the dough, it becomes what we call an old dough. When you taste it, it has a sour taste, almost like an unintentional sourdough. That can be very unpleasant. So you don't want to underproof, and you don't want to overproof. So I'm gonna put this in the oven.
Tanya Bailey, I wouldn't wait either.
And I want to show you what the buns look like. I thought I greased these pans enough. They're a little bit hot. Just want to take one out. And there we go. This is what the texture looks like. Again, this is our potato bun. And you see how it pull apart? This is what it looks like. And I can't wait to eat it because I love bread. Look at that. All right, so thank you guys so much.
Dion
Oh God,
Banton
this
Green.
tastes so good.
Okay, cool.
So good, guys. See that? So thank you for staying in. Share the live before you come off. We want to save the live. We didn't get to save it last week. I am your diva chef, Simone Walker-Barrett. Thank you for coming into my kitchen and watching me make food for my family. I will see you next week, God's willing, with another whatever I'm making for my family. Okay, guys? You take care. Have a good evening.